Oh no, they're coming. Who is? What the hell was that?
Resident Evil Village, I like to say, is the perfect game to pick up and play if you're a horror game player, and a bit of a jump scare just doesn't do you a lot of damage. Resident Evil Village is perhaps the best entry in its long-running series. Personally speaking, I think that comes second after Resident Evil 4, but who the hell am I to say that? It is an action-packed one compared to the old ones, real good graphics, high octane, good replay value, and a lot more. It's an easy 10 out of 10 if you're considering 2021 games only.
There is no one left! We can bust out with this.
Lycans and gentlemen, we thank you for waiting. And now let the games begin!
There is no safe! Every sorry bastard out there has been ripped in half. Tomorrow we'll all be dead.
No, let me go!
Chris? What the hell? Why?
Ethan Winters.
Ethan Winters, Mr. Winter. Ethan Winters.
Ethan. Poor Ethan.
Move it, stack up.
128 players online multiplayer. If that is the kind of option you can actually wrap your head around and it actually makes you excited, Battlefield 2042 will do a lot more than just getting you excited and will leave you coming back for more and for quite a while, at least. The Battlefield 2042 comes with some actual changes that the series needed for a while, and it definitely feels like a Battlefield that you're thrown into every single time you play. Not my thing, personally speaking, but I would really give it an 8 out of 10 at least. It is not a bad game. Forza Horizon 5 is, without a doubt, the best one yet in its long-running series. This game's setting is incredibly beautiful and improved to a level of quality I'd even dare to compare with the upcoming Gran Turismo 7 on the horizon. So long story short, if you do like driving fast and like your racing games open world, pick up Forza Horizon 5 today and thank me later.
Esto es una batalla, pero no se me acaban las balas. I got what you want, I promise. I'm not gonna front, I promise. Though, let's go. I got what they can't unlock, and I rock with you when I drop it. Though, let's go. I got something they can't knock it. I got something they can't top it. Though, let's go. We love it, but that's the folks. I'ma keep it 300. We extra though. Let's go. Can't be stopped. Gotta get out the box. Can't be stopped. Better get out the way. Can't be stopped. Gotta get out the box. Can't be stopped. Better get feared.
Far Cry 6 is available now for about $55. And for the amount of money spent, you're actually gonna get one of the most visually stunning environments out of any first-person shooters. Far Cry 6 is actually refined to an almost perfection level if we're comparing it to its predecessor, the story of which I'd have to say is kind of boring, is predictable and a bit, Far Cry-ish, but one with a real good amount of surprises that actually make up for what it's lacking a tiny, tiny bit. Go for it.
I'm gonna run this town. My soul got my eyes open the ground. I can't help myself, baby. Can't turn myself down. I'm in, I let you down. You're gonna be a fucking guerrilla legend.
Never killed the president before?
What? Hey, hey. Don't die in this town.
Go put that come mierda down.
Das ist mir scheißegal!
Call of Duty Vanguard, on the other hand, has probably the most fun you're ever gonna get out of 2021 out of a first-person shooter, unless you're getting your hands on Deathloop. And that's a really slim difference, so to speak. Vanguard is always another great entry in its long-running series, and one that's actually polished and improved upon its original formula once again. It's fun, addictive, stunning, and even manages to feel somehow new. It's a really good game.
This is the theatre of war, Arthur. There's no curtain call for bravery.
Bravery's what comes after, not what you were in the moment. Target locked. Dropping bomb.
It's okay. Just me.
Insomniac Games, on the other hand, has actually had probably the most visually stunning games out of the past 5 years. And Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart was actually one of the better ones of the company, and with a whole lot of improvements upon its original formula. If you do enjoy platformers, action adventures, you do appreciate good music and characters, this is the one to go for, without a doubt.
And us out of here. But without the Dimensionator,
I think we have to build a new one. The boundaries between the universes are coming undone.
Yo-ho, our time has finally come!
Location. According to satellite intel, General Lin's unit has already landed. Watch out.
General Lin?
The top dog at SAI. They say that tech-wise, even we here at SRO can't hold a candle to his guys.
If you do like first-person shooters, have them AAA and have them real cheap. Bright Memory Infinite is at the moment the #1 game to go for, and it comes with a Jesus amount of graphics. Bright Memory Infinite was actually developed by a single developer and with some good amount of creativity to boot somehow. If you've ever had hands on the Shadow Warrior games and happen to like them actually, do give this one a try.
Yeah, they'll be focusing on the signals there. Now is your chance.
Roger, I'll take care of this now.
The next pulse wave is coming. Brace yourself. Shelly, come on. What happened? Shelly.
But you're too late. Once I finish pouring this primordial flood over Earth, the black hole will change the world.
Keep moving forward. The exit is up ahead.
Oh no! The road!
Shelly, get out of there now!
Primary thing that we worked a lot with is the control that the player have over the character customization.
Action RPGs, one of the greatest mixes of the gaming world, and it's actually been that way since the dawn of its genre. Biomutant, I would say, definitely fits into the top 10 action RPGs of 2021, but no way it's even close to being in a top 100 out of the past few years. Biomutant actually comes with a real good amount of puzzles in the open world, of which is kind of fun along with the hack and slash, but in my book it's a 50-50 unless you like furries a lot. Otherwise, stay away from this one.
If you will, if you want to paint it black and white. And there are 3 tribes that have like a dark aura. Eventually, at the start of the game, you will find that you have to choose an ally, so one of these 6 tribes. As you move along or go further into the game, you're free at any time to change your allegiance, but at the start of the game, you choose one of these 2 tribes. And basically, at that point, the state of the world is represented by a huge tree that's at the heart of the 8x8 kilometer open world. So it's a representation of the world either going under or the world surviving. So this is all tied to the tree of life.
Our main character, Marianne, has quite attuned senses. Even in our real world, she can see, feel, and sense things that other people wouldn't normally pick up on.
Personally speaking, as a fan of point-and-click adventures, if you do like horror games with a dash of Silent Hill and Siberia to the mix, with probably one of the best atmospheres out of an adventure game, so to speak, The Medium is actually your best bet out of 2021. It's definitely a 9 out of 10 in my book, and one that comes with a hell of a sound effect and voice acting. It's a really good game.
The events of the past through so-called echoes in her mind. Thanks to this power, she can gain an insight about a place or event that others normally wouldn't have access to. When Marianne crosses to the spirit world, she can also reveal small fragments of a soul frozen in a specific moment of time. And by experiencing those specific moments, Marianne can hear what the soul said or thought in that exact instant.
Ah, sunflower weary of time, for my favorite nurse.
Seeing events through this perspective, seeing what a soul went through, it can give Marianne an important hint or simply just more context to the whole situation. And finally, Marianne can communicate with the lost souls that are lingering in the spirit plane.
Hi there.
Oh, hi. You startled me.
I did, didn't I?
The medium spirit world is neither heaven, hell, or limbo. It's a place that's really closely tied with our own reality, separated only by a very, very thin veil, almost like a waiting room before you go to the afterlife. Now, not everyone that dies ends up...
Talk about games that are addictive, and let's be honest, what's even more addictive than strategy games? Like, what? Battle Royale games? No. Age of Empires 4, although a bit annoying when it comes to its kind of dated AI, is honestly one of the most enjoying strategy games this past few years. And also is always a good entry in its long-running franchise, and once again, educational, easy to play, and like I said, addictive AF. Halo Infinite is without a doubt one of the best games out of the past decade, let alone 2021. Still retaining all of the greatness the series is actually known for from all the way back, and adding a ton of new functionalities to boot. The open world of which feels even great, the narrative is insanely good, and as always on top of an ever greater story. Do it.
Whatever the cost.
But this wasn't the mission.
The missions changed. They always do.
You have one bullet against an entire army.
It's enough. What happened?
Ever heard of extreme sports? Well, if not, you're actually gonna learn every bit of it if you play Riders Republic, let's say. If you do, however, know about that, you're gonna have every bit of fun still out of a racing game you've ever dreamed of with the same game. Riders Republic comes with one hell of an open world, and it feels just livelier than any racing games in this particular list. And if you do appreciate good graphics, yeah, Riders Republic. Go for it.
Thank you for destroying paradise.
Looking for a sign on the mind or a cycle time.
Then it's on me to end it.
for all of us.
Deathloop is right now one of the top 3 acclaimed first-person shooter games of 2021. It actually comes with the most amount of creativity out of a game, period. Not just first-person shooters. All infused with some of the most fun gameplays to actually share with friends. Pick this up and don't even think twice if you're into any kind of shooters. It's a 10 out of 10.
Here's the plan. Lunar, get close and provoke her. Caddy, attack from a distance to give us cover. Wolfgang, you...
Walk down,
Well, co-op games. Who doesn't like them, really? Dungeons & Dragons Dark Alliance is definitely one of the interesting ones of 2021. I'm not gonna go ahead and say the best, because it definitely didn't feel like it, but the hack and slash part of it was really fun. So I don't know, if you're into games with nothing deep about it, but the visuals, do make sure to give this one a go. There's no freaking way that you're gonna regret it. Especially if you can actually play this game co-op.
Worked perfectly. Access now closed. Initiating nighttime protocols.
No! Wait, I'm still here!
Then there's Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach. Technically speaking, probably the first game that will come to mind when you think of a horror game in 2021, but not the one I would personally recommend, even though I actually am, kind of, now. It's just really one of the most frustrating horror games you can think of, but yeah, why not? Just make sure you don't miss out on it, is what I'm saying.
You should be able to escape when the security doors reopen at 6 a.m. Until then, keep moving and try not to draw attention to yourself. If there is another way out, I will help you find it. I promise.
Last but not least, Horde Outlaws and Legends, a stealth action game in which, case you're new to, comes with one of the most interesting player versus environment systems when it comes to MMOs, and definitely one of the most fun to actually be had in its genre for the past few years. I'm definitely recommending it if you're into team-based games, and it actually comes with a high replayability for quite a while actually.